When the avoidant pulls away, it's out of fear, and they're doing it to
Yeah.
sabotage emotional intimacy. Typically,
Mm,
an avoidant will pull away when things are going really well in the relationship.
mm,
You might have had a great holiday together, or celebrated Christmas, or
mm-hmm.
went on a fun trip somewhere, and things seem like they were closer than ever before. And that's typically what will trigger them because emotional intimacy was building. So the avoidant pulls away out of fear as a way to keep their partner at an emotional arm's length. The purpose of it is to sabotage emotional intimacy. So when
Mm.
emotional intimacy is broken, the avoidant feels safe again.
Yeah. So those are deactivating strategies, aren't they?
Yes, and there are other deactivating strategies which can
Yeah.
often confuse people and make them think that they're a narcissist, because some of the
And that they're being
deactivating strategies
devalued.
are
Mm,
cheating, devaluing,
mm,
nitpicking,
mm,
gaslighting, stonewalling. A lot of those toxic behaviors that are commonly associated with narcissists, avoidance
mm.
can do too, but with different intent.
Yeah. So how would you explain to someone the difference in trajectory of like the relationship pattern between an avoidant relationship and a narcissistic relationship?
Well, it can go a couple of different ways. Typically, just like the narcissist, an avoidant is going to start out by love bombing their partner.
Yeah.
Now, avoidants love bomb for an entirely different reason. They have a
Mm,
lifetime of suppressing their emotions. They learn to avoid and suppress their emotions. They bottle them up.
mm,
Early in the relationship isn't real yet. It's a fantasy. It is a fantasy world.
yeah.
It's a romance novel. So the avoidant will let all of these bottled up emotions just flow right out of them. And they'll do a lot of the similar behaviors to a narcissist. They'll even future fake, promise you
Mm,
the world. But then as the relationship becomes real,
yeah.
well, a couple things can happen. The avoidant can cut it off right then and there without even getting to any kind of devaluation stage. Just
Yeah.
blindside the partner and discard them in a very similar manner to how a narcissist would do it. Or they can slowly start to nitpick this person and do toxic behaviors as ways to reduce emotional intimacy, which
Mm,
ultimately then leads up to the inevitable discard.
yeah. And I think that it's important to note that in a narcissistic relationship, you're going to follow that pattern of idealize, devalue, discard, hoover, re enter the cycle. Idealize, devalue, discard, hoover. Do avoidants do that?
They do. They do.
They do?
They do it, but for a different intent. It's
Okay.
entirely different intention behind it, because the
Yeah.
devaluation is the avoidant trying to destroy emotional intimacy out of
Yeah.
fear. And then typically they will discard a partner, blindside them, show no empathy, completely
Yeah.
shut down. And then after no contact is used, well, suddenly the avoidant is allowing themselves to access their feelings again, and they can miss the partner and try to
Mm,
rekindle it because they think they made a big mistake. And then the
yeah.
cycle starts all over again.
Yeah. Okay.